So we've just been watching, I think it's called The Story of God with Morgan Freeman, which delves into all the different religions of the world, and says which one. No, it delves into all the religions of the world, and I just wanted to clarify my thoughts on that subject onto YouTube or any kind of social media. My thoughts are the purpose of religion is to bring stability into human life. So for thousands of years we've had not much security as a species. Our security today depends on supermarkets, it depends on banks, it depends on energy companies. But if you think about it, all them things could easily be destroyed by a major earthquake, a major volcano, an asteroid. So, and I think people, before there were supermarkets and things like that, people were a lot more on edge, maybe, and maybe this is why religions came about. Because maybe we've got more security today, but then again, maybe we haven't. We like to believe we have security today. However, have we really got security? And the answer is no. Because money and things like that depend on communication systems, they depend on computers and things like that. And all them things depend on the world being in perfect synchronicity with the entire universe at all times, 24 hours a day. And if you look back on history, the world is not in constant synchronicity with the entire universe. Even today it's not in synchronicity, and it's definitely not going more towards synchronicity. And in fact, if anything, it's going away from synchronicity in the sense that we're harming the planet. And I think religion is to bring stability and peace of mind to people, to the universe, well, not to the universe, to the planet. Meditation is one form of religion. It's a Buddhist and Zen form of meditation. No, Buddhism and Zen are the form of religion of meditation. However, meditation is becoming a lot more mainstream. People are seeing it as something you can do with yourself without having to leave your house, without having to go to a temple and worship someone. You can channel, you can close your eyes, you can sit up straight, you can chant Om. So it's quite simple. Meditation. You can use mantras, you can use mandalas, you can use candles, you can use prayers. There are many forms of different meditation and many different forms of religion. But they all say that they reach the top of the mountain. So what they're saying in Hinduism is that all the different religions and all the different methods are all different pathways up towards the top of the mountain. So ultimately what we're trying to do is reach the top of the mountain, where we have a much better understanding. We can see things a lot better, and therefore it is a lot more easy to understand. So the fulfillment of religion is said to represent being at the top of a mountain. And I think religions use this metaphor, or it's more of an Eastern metaphor. I think the idea is when you get to the top of a mountain, you can see for miles and miles and miles, and therefore you can see your enemy from much further away. And I think this is the metaphor they use in the analogy of meditation, different forms of religion, because you're honing your power of intuition through religion and through spiritual practices. You're trying to tune in with your third eye, if you like. So you could say the top of the mountain is really your intuition or your third eye chakra. So really the achievement or the end result of religion is to activate your inner powers of understanding, you could say. In order to have compassion for all your sentient beings, you have to have compassion in order to understand. In order to understand something, you have to have compassion. And we get compassion by having a much deeper understanding of something. So it's easy to have compassion if you can understand something, but if you can't understand something, how can you have compassion? So that's why they say that religion is like climbing up a mountain, because you can see, or you can tune into your third eye chakra. You can awaken your third eye chakra through that form of meditation. And then the end result should be that we're so in touch with our intuition that we can tune in with anything or anyone, including higher dimensions and gateways to other realities. That sounds a bit like shamanism. Sounds a bit like that, doesn't it? It sounds a bit like witchcraft or something. But that is actually, in many cultures, that is actually a tribal or a pagan form of meditation, to be able to channel into different realities, different consciousness, different dimensions. I don't know what the heck I'm talking about, because I feel like I'm spaced out, even though I haven't started my meditation yet. Yeah, so could really do with a haircut. My hair looks a right mess. Oh my god. So that's what we say about meditation. It's a way of tuning in our chakras to become one with the centre of the universe, within ourselves, which is the top of the mountain. But also the top of the mountain is another way of saying deep within ourselves, where our intuition is. Because if you notice, you only hear your intuition when your mind is very quiet. So intuition is a very deep level within ourselves of consciousness. A deep level of consciousness within ourselves. Yeah. I don't know what else I can say about it, really, intuition. But I think it stems from a need to know. People seem to need to know for thousands of years. People want to know what's going to happen tomorrow, what's going to happen the next day, what's going to happen the day after that. They want to know, and therefore they try to connect with spiritual energies who can go beyond time or beyond space. And I think a lot of religion stems from a desire to know what's going to happen. Yeah. Okay. Peace, love, and blessings, everyone. Peace, love, and blessings. Peace, love, and blessings. Peace, love, and blessings. Peace, love, and blessings.